Hi, and welcome to another episode of Main Street Parlors. It's the season 4 premiere. How do you feel, guys?
I'm glad to be back, actually.
It kind of feels weird because we are missing one of the most integral parts from last season, and that's
Michael.
Mike Gremmett. And we do miss him, and we're sorry to see him go, but he does have important stuff that he has out there.
Yes.
Yep.
We are going to start this show off with a little bit of a moment of silence. Dana, I'm going to let you explain why.
One of our good friends, Kyle Bailey, passed away. He was on the list for double transplant for lungs again, and unfortunately he didn't make it in time to see the new lungs. So prayers and everything to his family and friends, and rest in peace, buddy.
And with that, let's have a moment of silence, guys. All right.
Speaking of Michael, he says I'm here.
You're here, Mike? Thank you so much.
Hey, buddy.
So this is going to be a very interesting season, guys.
Yes.
Mainly because we've lost 4 teams over the postseason, the off season this year. It's really weird, especially with Elmira being out this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was a shocker right there.
I know several of us have been waiting to talk about that one. So
Plus, we getting a new team too.
Yeah, you know, because we joke about Elmira and we give Elmira a hard time, but we also love the games on ice, the rival, and we definitely don't like how it happened.
right,
You know, the politics that's always involved in all this.
and you can't deny that Robbie Nichols was a great owner. He put a great product on the ice.
Yeah, and he put a lot of money into the building to help them out. You know, out of his own pocket, and hasn't even, from what I understood, seen that back yet.
And that's sad because upwards of like what, $200,000-$300,000.
Right, and I'm not saying that is true. I'm just saying from what's been said, he's put a lot in there and didn't see it back. If anybody knows for sure, you know, you can confirm it.
Right. And it's just sad because
Like I said again, definitely, you know, one of our best rivals. You know, with Roos and Pace going at it. You know.
and that's another one. We don't have pace this year.
No, it's gonna be different.
If they still go by what he said, he's supposed to play the 12, at least a minimum of 12 games. You know, to qualify for playoffs.
Right.
I'm guessing 3 of them are going to be, or 2 of them are going to be those neutral ice, or is it 3?
It's 2 with Port Huron, 3 total.
3 total. So, and, you know, I'm going to say that that's probably a couple of games he'll be playing.
Right. And it's just weird though because once Mississippi actually gets a team,
Yes.
he's going to be with them.
And I want to give Joe also another good shout out for his video the other day of doing that run and the stair climb in full gear. That was great, Joe. Good
Right.
job.
And I'd never be able to do it. But then again, I'm also.
I'd probably collapse for the heat. You know?
But hey, that's more props to him. He's 30-some years old and he's still in great shape.
Yes.
So you gotta give him props.
Yes.
But anyways, with that news though, we do have, for the first time in a while since our third season, we do have a new GM coming in,
Yep.
as well as a new head coach.
And a new assistant coach.
Yeah, so we have a full new team, but they're not new to the team.
Nope. Different people.
The new GM and head coach is fan favorite Matt Graham.
Yep.
Alex Johnson is coming on as assistant GM as well as assistant coach. So what are your guys' thoughts on that?
I think they can do a great job because Grant was working with Joe, you know, a lot too during
Taking on
the
their
time
explain.
that Joe was in charge, you know, and I think he's going to do a great job.
And we can only hope. We have to definitely wish him the best too. So.
Yeah.
And
Looks like he was out sponsoring big time in the summertime.
Yep.
I saw him at boat night. Over at the music thing.
Music festival, a lot of
Yep.
music stuff in Marysville.
Yep.
Exactly.
Promoting.
Holy cow! Nice.
Definitely getting out there. So,
exactly. And it's he has pulled a lot of local favorites as well, like Austin Federley,
Yep.
to come join. But then again, what do you expect when you're the most popular on the team, right? And it's good though because it's good for the city to have someone consistently being good, and also from Port Huron in general.
And welcome back, Corey.
Yes, welcome back, Corey. I was gonna wait for a little bit for that
Sorry,
one, but since you brought that up,
we can talk about
Yeah.
more in depth after, but at least get the welcomes in there.
and then we do have a newcomer.
That's my moderator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Lorraine. I hope you still like your shirt out there. But thank you for supporting the show, though, especially from way overseas. If I remember correctly, she's from the UK, right?
Scotland.
Yeah. So yes. So thank you for that, and I'm glad that you support this little knucklehead too. So, but I do emphasize knucklehead. So, I'm sorry.
Well, right now we're the Three Stooges. Come on.
Well, I got the bald one. You're curly.
Yep.
But anyways, if there's anybody that has any questions, though, please put them in the chat. We like to answer them. We like banner interaction, especially if there's anything. We want to answer everything that you have, not just related just to the Prowlers.
And if we can't answer it today, we can always,
Message you guys.
let you, or on our next show, if we can't answer it today because we don't want to say something that's not completely true.
Exactly.
If we need to verify it, just got to give us some time.
Right. We are a show about the Port Huron Prowlers, though, but we do want to answer all your questions, even if you're new to the sport.
Yeah, anything about hockey that we can answer.
It gives us a good rooting, I guess. There goes Rob being the distractor again.
Yeah, that's my job.
What's up with your laptop today?
That's something Facebook's been doing.
Yeah.
I've been getting pop-ups every time.
When we go on a
something comes in.
commercial break, if it messes up, I'll
Right.
turn that off.
But I was trying to see Kelly's comment here, guys, and it's got a lot of pop-ups. We're like, what?
When was the last time you turned this on?
2 days ago to finish updating it.
I was gonna say.
But
I've been updating it all month.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
so doubling back, though, I did want to get that out there. Doubling back, we do have 2 games down in Biloxi, Mississippi this year.
We got Fred.
Both against Columbus River Dragons. One is December 2nd and one is December 31st. So we will not have our general New Year's Eve game up here,
No.
but you still can catch Prowlers hockey on New Year's Eve.
That's my neighbor. My dad's neighbor.
Yeah, it's we try to be, though, and that's what we're here for. We want to inform all the fans too. We want everyone to stay in the know. We want you guys to love the Prowlers even more like we do.
Yes.
We're diehards, and we just love them. So we want you to know all the info like we do. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, watch for those 2 games though specifically, because Biloxi, Mississippi used to be a hotbed of SPHL hockey.
Yes. I was just watching another video that Joe Pace today posted about. I can't think of the singer's name, but he was talking about it himself. How he wants hockey back because he remembers when he was a kid. The teams how strong they were.
And that's just me dropping stuff on
Yeah.
set. Gotta love live. But But yeah, that's, and it's
You can fix it.
it's weird though because Columbus used to play against Biloxi, so that's that's weird. We'll have two former Hotbeds of the SPHL.
Plus, it'll be the first Mississippi team to come to McMorran and Port Huron.
Yeah,
Well, for you.
it's we've never had a. I've actually looked into it. We've never had a Mississippi team ever come.
Not for these leagues.
Yeah.
You got to think I work Silver Sticks. So I do believe there was youth groups that have come through here from Mississippi.
There was one
So.
that came back in '94.
Yep.
But that was the only time a Mississippi team ever came up here. And so we need. We do have, going off that, after the break I'll go more in depth, but we do have 25 home games actually at McMorran.
Yes, 25, and then they neutral ice ones.
Right?
Isn't that the most we had since?
No.
No, it's
we've
actually.
had 28.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's one of the least we've had,
Okay.
besides COVID, I should say.
That, plus we got some of the home games taken away for the neutral site.
That's
games.
what he
what we were
literally
saying.
just said.
Okay, I'll shut up.
But and that's what usually happens. Unfortunately, I've noticed that we usually lose a couple for the neutral ice.
But I'm
it's
okay.
great. I
Yeah.
agree. More teams into this league, the better. Let's build this league up.
Exactly.
If we have to lose a couple games, we can watch them on the broadcast.
Exactly, and that's another good thing is that I believe they're going with YouTube again this year.
Yep.
So it's not like we're paying like in the first few seasons.
Hello, Crystal.
The first few seasons where we had to pay
No, Crystal's
$10 for a
Anywhere
crappy
from
feed.
$5 to $10
Yeah.
for a crappy fee.
So that's
Actually, I think that depended on whose site you had to go watch it on, because they were able to set their own prices.
true, but that's definitely something that's going to be interesting this year, though. It's see the quality go up again.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately with Danville being out of the league this year, they were a good team. I'll admit they were a good team, but their quality of streams were unfortunately bad just because of how old the building was, and there was too much concrete put into the building,
and
that's
metal.
Well, it's not even always that. You also got to go by, how strong of Wi-Fi they're trying to run,
Yeah.
and how much are running off that
Crystal
Wi-Fi.
says, "Hey guys, happy Monday."
Happy Monday to you too, Crystal. Danville was running high speeds, like 1.5 gigabytes of speed. It's just the concrete going out of it was terrible. It was terrible in there. And
I'm waiting for them to finish the upgrade of my neighborhood so I can go from 10 megs to 1,000 megs.
that'll be amazing. Right
Oh,
on.
yeah.
But yeah, that's another team too. Is that Danville was in the league since year 2, and they unfortunately got ousted due to a technicality on the county wanting to have a bigger league come through. But
More power to them, and hopefully it works.
right.
Yep.
I don't see it. Unfortunately, I don't see it going too far. But that's my opinion. But we did kind of bash it to death last season when we first broke the news. So
Yeah, but even doing that, still for the love of hockey, I hope in the long run it works.
yeah.
I really do.
Isn't there another arena in Elmira? I think the closest one is in Rochester.
I know they have 2 arenas, but I don't know for sure. The Elmira Junior and Forces are still playing out of First Arena though.
Oh, okay.
Last I heard, they were both being moved out of there.
It was just the FPHL team.
No, because with our one fan from there saying all of it's gone.
The Junior and Forces are still playing at First Arena though. And it was. I honestly think they just had a grudge match with Robbie Nichols, and that's a sad thing. I mean, I don't want to speculate, but it's something that was unfortunately coming, because he was very vocal about what he did for the arena, and he was rightfully so getting irate that he wasn't getting any at least attention or something like that. So I can't think of the word right now.
Or the help
Plus
that he
the,
should have
yeah.
The help he should have gotten.
Yeah.
Plus last season
most
didn't
people,
help that
honestly,
much
most
either.
people that do that kind of stuff, it's not for the attention. It's for the
Yeah.
love of the game. But you do deserve. They need. It's the city needs help too. Mm-hmm. Itself.
And they didn't
And I'm not
give
talking
a-
about the fans city-wise. I'm talking about the city, city council and all that. If they're in charge of the arena, they should be helping.
Exactly, and that's something that should have been done from day one.
Because from what I understand, weren't they going to close down the one season because it didn't meet safety codes?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it had leaks and all that. And this is why he put his own money into the building to bring it up to the code to keep the hockey there.
Yeah, and it's sad.
Are they talking about tearing it down if they don't come to
If they didn't come up with the money to fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Complete hockey would have been gone from there.
But that's besides the point, though. But new speculations coming out of the other two teams.
New York?
Motor City Rockers. There's rumors that they're completely dead. There's rumors that they're coming
They're
back
still
next
sitting
season.
dormant,
Yeah. So at this point, it's just speculation. This is not true news. So what are your guys' thoughts on the Motor City? I was going to say mechanics. Wow. I was just watching that documentary.
Yeah.
It was an interesting documentary.
I've been watching a lot of those Untold.
Yeah.
Ones. Wow, the mayhem at the palace, and the trashers, and
Before we go to break, though, what's your thoughts on the Motor City Rockers?
I
They're coming back
hope
next
they
year.
make it. I
Yeah.
hope they come through.
I mean, they do have Adam Stoya still backing them, so
Yeah, again, for the love of hockey, the more teams we can get, get this league built properly, and keep it going.
right.
I think they'll be back next year.
And then the Bloomington team.
That-
What are your thoughts?
I haven't heard anything really on them.
I think that one's a dead because Denville is
Yeah.
on the well, what's the team now?
I just want to put the camera on you, just because you're
Hello,
like,
everyone.
just because of the, what am I?
What's the name of the team now?
I had a brain fart.
I get it, but it's just the way you were like, go like this. I'm sorry, but no, the Vermilion County Bobcats.
Okay, Bobcats.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. But no, I totally get where you're coming from, though.
I think that's dead because there's not another team.
Yeah.
Close enough,
Yeah.
because even for us, it's a lot of travel time for a lot of our games. It's kind of hard when you don't have at least one or two teams close enough to you to participate, because all the travel time and money, for that, room stay in, finances, it's hard.
Right.
You can't.
Plus, the only closest team for them would be us.
Yeah.
But
Well, and that would come down to, again, we'd be seeing a lot of games, us versus them, and that's what why we're trying to get more teams into the league, so there's not a 10-game season against the same team.
right, and that's why a lot of people, were getting a little bit fed up when we played the St. Clair Shortened Knights.
Day in, day out.
18 games in 1 year.
Yeah.
That was
Yep.
almost half our schedule right there. So,
Yeah.
but either way,
Billy's on. Hi, Billy.
hi Billy. But
Hey, Mary.
we are about to go to break, though. We are at the new location of Great Lakes Gaming. This is an amazing new location they have in the mall. It's open air. It's bigger. It's not too floors, so it's ADA accessible. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And they are amazing in here. They'll get to you right away.
What?
Yes.
And we all, my director is telling me to cut it. But remember to check them out here in the mall, and we'll be right back after break.
Mary says hi.
Hey guys, it's Crystal from the Port Huron Prowlers. Back to you from behind the scenes. I'm with Mitz today, and Mitz and I are here to give you guys some examples of things the guys would like on the bus trip. Mitz, do you think the guys would like granola bars? What about fruit and vegetables? Okay, not vegetables, but how about fruit? Cases of water? What about some Powerade and Gatorade? Well, there you have it. Some true facts of what Mitz thinks our boys should have on the road trips. Thanks for watching and enjoy the show.
Well, not really. I got to be elite wrestling tomorrow, guys. If you're on wrestling. I can't believe I let myself get caught. I thought that one was good.
Hey there, I'm Chris.
And I'm Kelly.
You might remember One Love Weekly used to be called One News Weekly. Well, that was season 1, and now we're coming into season 2. We've changed up the format, and we're bringing the news to you in a more personal issue. We're going to give you more real-life situations to react to these news stories, and how you can love thy neighbor more. And I'm excited to bring on my co-host and correspondent, Kelly.
That's me. Hey, wherever you're listening to, whether it be Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever platform suits your fancy, just make sure that you give us a subscribe and a follow and a share and whatever else you want to do. Make sure that you tell your friends about us.
And I hope you enjoy for the future episodes.
Great Lakes Gaming is just a step away for all of your cards and gaming needs. We have it all from Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering to video game tournaments like Street Fighter and Smash. Are you interested in D&D? Well, we got you covered there as well. Join us down the road on Michigan Road, just between Dove and Griswold Street in Port Huron for a whole lot of fun. We have a welcoming environment that is COVID safe and is cleaned regularly.
And we are back. I hope you like those commercials because some of them will be changing here soon. And
Mike's on the phone.
I was getting to that.
Sir?
I'm about to smack them.
Let him get to that first.
But yeah, like you said, like I was literally about to just say, we have Grimmett on the phone here. So say hi, Grimmett.
What's up, everybody out here in Hockey Land, the FPHL land? The Port Huron Proud of the Nation stands large and in charge up here in Southern California. How's it going?
So you were talking a couple nights ago how you're going to go possibly see some San Diego Gulls AHL hockey.
Man, that's because I love hockey. I'm not gonna lie. Even out here where it is right now, I have to watch hockey. So I'm actually looking forward to a hockey season to begin. Finally, back when it starts back up around my birthday in November, mind you. I'm gonna before I know you want to leave this show, but I'm gonna kick off a little mistake that was made beforehand. Mm-hmm. We talked about doing break. For starters, for the Admire Enforcers fans that are on this show right now, I know y'all know already, but we're going to reiterate this. The junior Admire Enforcers are not playing in First Arena. They are playing at Murray Athletic Center for the following season. As of right now, it is not known what's going to happen with First Arena. I'm sure you guys will find out before any of us do. But I'm hoping and praying that the Admire Enforcers will come back strong and hard for the following season and hopefully in First Arena.
All right. And what caught me off guard is because they did play a couple games at First Arena, so that was what caught me off guard, so I apologize for that. And especially to you, Dayton, too. I'm sorry.
Well, that's what I said. I could be wrong,
Yeah.
But that's what I thought I heard.
But yeah, you were right, so well, like I said, they were playing at First Arena, so I'm sorry, guys.
I'm sorry to say. Secondly, I want to say this. Big ups to Joe Pace down there in Mississippi for getting hockey going. Because I know we're going to miss them here in Port Huron, or they're in Port Huron. I shouldn't be saying that because I'm here now. But big ups to them getting hockey started there. And big ups also to Alex Johnson and Matt Graham for being GM and assistant GM and coach and head coach down there at McMorran Arena. I guarantee you that they will do a nice job there. And I know you want to touch on Corey Simmons a little bit later on, but I got to say, congratulations, Corey Simmons or Corey Simons, for coming back. I love to watch you play, and I'm glad you are back.
Right. And aren't we all?
Oh, yes.
But yeah, thank you for that, and I think they'll deeply appreciate those kudos coming from you too, because I know they absolutely loved you over there. So.
Well, everywhere I go, I'm loved. I can't help that. This is what I do all the time. But you know what? Even in Southern Cal, I read the Port Huron Proud of the Nation very loud and proud and in charge because this is what I do. This is what I'm all about all the time. I love hockey. I love to watch it. And I guarantee you guys, hopefully this season, I'll be back up for a couple of games.
Right. And you better or else, right?
So far, the schedule's getting worked out right now. Just to give y'all a heads up. But one other thing I want to mention, I know y'all got a little bit to Danville and Motor City. Danville, my personal opinion on Danville is that the city did what they had to do. I admit they are. I hope that the SVHL teams that's there right now does a very good job. But it all depends on the fan base, truthfully. And I know the fans will feel kind of salty, but I want the old Danville Dasher fans who are watching this show right now to know and understand that you still have hockey. You know, some places don't have hockey. So, you know, I have to go now an hour away to go watch a hockey game instead of just 5 or 10 minutes. So be grateful that you still have hockey to go watch. Go support that team. Granted, it's not an SBHL team. Granted, it's not the Danville Dashers that you know and love, but it's still hockey. Go support them. You know, it's hard. And by the way, Kelly, I just saw your message. Yes, I miss you guys too. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Guaranteed.
But you definitely are missed on the show here, so you do have your fans, and hopefully we get you back on and some way, fashion, or form.
Lucky you got me on today because, truthfully, I wasn't supposed to be off for another half an hour, but I got lucky today. So, you know, you give me some time. I might pop on for a little. I might ask you to pop on for a little bit every once in a while. But, you know, I got to say, you know, I love being on the show. I love the podcast. I've even said on my video, which will now be moving to YouTube now. I did have it on Facebook, but something happened. So we'll be moved. The report will be moved to YouTube now. Yes, I'm plugging my own show. I can't help it. This is what I do.
But it's definitely worth it. It's a good show on your behalf, so that's I can't complain.
Yeah. So for those that want to know, I want to talk about it a little bit if I can.
Go right ahead.
I can hop on. Okay. The show I do on Facebook is on my regular Facebook page. It's called The Report. I do it every football season. Mostly about the football. Most about the week of every week during football season. It's mostly about football. Some little added intangibles in it too. It could be talking about hockey. It could be talking about basketball. You know, other stuff that really catch your eye. But if y'all, you know, I'll support these guys because these guys support me. So what's going to go happen now? It will be on my YouTube page. I will post a link, or I will have one of the guys post a link or plug the link for me every week because I will move the first episode to my YouTube page now. Very interesting stuff too. I'm also a streamer when I get the chance. I also talk about different things when I get a chance too, but mostly the report mostly sports related. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And as for these three guys right here, Chris, Damon, Rob, you guys are the best. I'm not gonna lie. You guys are the best to work around. You guys made me feel special, made me feel at home for them times I was up there, and I appreciate each and every one of you, no doubt.
And definitely trying to make us cry over here, right?
Dude, man, I ain't gonna tell a lie. When I saw the notification, I almost cried. I am not gonna tell a lie. And now that I'm on here, yep, no tears. Y'all got a show to do. I gotta run, but I want to say I'll be watching. Big ups to you guys. Y'all do what y'all do. I gotta go.
Peace out, and don't have too much fun. Thank you for coming on, Mike.
All right, no problem. Thank you for having me. Y'all continue. Have a great show.
You too. Thank you. All right. Now that we got the emotional out of the way. Oh my God, that was nice to see him talk to him though.
Yes. He's not an easy person to hold it right now.
Right, especially with his family and all that. So.
Yeah.
But we do have another guest on with us, as you saw earlier. We do have, if the camera wants to pull up, we do have Austin Wells here today. He is part of the newly formed Blue Water Paranormal Research as well as Portside Rogues. As he just recently had a Times Herald article done about himself, so I want to pass the torch to you on that part of it.
The Portside Rogues part? Portside Rogues is Port Huron's local lightsaber academy. We teach anyone from ages 8 up in all 7 forms of lightsaber combat, along with the double blade and dual wield We also teach choreography, showmanship, and actual combat.
And for the people that are just that don't know much about it, what would the 7 forms of combat be?
7 form. You just want me to go right into detail then?
Yep, might as well.
Form 1 is Shicho. Shicho is all about reaction. It's about creating an opening while you're dueling your opponent. So as you go defensive, you create an opening and strike them where they're opened at. Form 2 is Makashi. It's also known as the duelist form. It's basic modern fencing. It all works on footwork and blade, real tight blade work. Form 3 is Soretsu. Soretsu is all about creating a defensive barrier. There's no offensive techniques to this particular style. Form 4 is Ataru. Form 4 is all offensive. It pretty much works on dirty tactics, wide spread attacks, and acrobatics and speed techniques. Form 5 is Dimsao and Shien. It is all about hard-hitting attacks. It's made to offset and off-balance your opponents. Darth Vader is the biggest user of it, so a lot of people like to learn that style. 6 is Neiman. It is a balance form. It's all about waiting out your opponent and finding places to strike while you're in the defensive positions. And then finally, we got Form 7, which is Juyo and Vapad. It is all about creating a flurry of attacks to overwhelm your opponent.
Awesome. And you personally teach all these people, don't you?
Yeah, I've been doing lightsaber combat for a bit over 16 years now. I've been teaching for 5 of those years now. It's really great. It's helpful for people who have, like attention deficit, like ADHDs, ADDs. We've also found it's really good for troubled teens who need an outlet to do something other than cause destruction and problems throughout the community.
Right.
It's a little odd to say that way, though. Hey, is your kid misbehaving? Let's teach him how to fight. It doesn't.
But
always
it's
seem to,
definitely
but it
hones
works.
in a lot of.
It does work very well. Yeah, it's been really great, and the community's really loved it. It adds just a little bit more oomph to our nightlife here in Port Huron. So it's something extremely exciting to see.
And if someone were to get a hold of you for this part, where would they go?
Portside Rogues, you can find us on Facebook. It's a pirate symbol, so like a rogue, not road. A lot of people get that mixed up, I've noticed. You can find us on Facebook. That's the best way to stay in the loop. We do also have Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. We don't use them as often as the Facebook one right now.
But I've seen you personally posting on TikTok a lot, and you are actually amazing at the stuff that you are putting out there. So
yeah, when I was younger, I got into martial arts. I was deep in a depression, and a doctor told me get into an outlet, get a sport. Well, I'm not coordinated enough for things like hockey and all that type of stuff. I'm horrible on skates, so I could never do that stuff. I got into karate. Was my very first entrance to learning these type of things. That translated to fencing, and then a friend of mine told me, you really should get into lightsaber combat. It's going to be a big thing in a couple of years, and it's extremely complex. It's like 6 times more complex than traditional fencing, and I'd have to say it's probably 2 times more complex than